X and the sugar and spice. Game in the system, but game is the hobby. I'm probably cocky, but hot as wasabi. I mean, if it's beef, then you know where to find me. My niggas is ready, and so is my body. You should be running and telling your posse and what's in the speakers and what's in your potty. And she trying to kick it, but this ain't karate. Just keep that shit down while I'm watching Tsunami. I ain't saying I'm a super nerd, but I told you when we got involved, my idea of a perfect date is a PlayStation and some alcohol. I was role playing on GTA. I'm a good guy, but I got it all. If the world should end, be the first to leave. But the last of us acting naughty, dog. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. I wanna ball. Waking up meant that he gave me a chance and I'm rolling the dice. I do it all, living like I'm trying to go for the platinum trophy in life. Who can you call? Really nobody, so you should just follow me on your device. And know if she chilling with me, then it's bound to be chemical X and the sugar and spice. Game in the system, but game is the hobby. I'm probably cocky, but hot as wasabi. I mean, if it's beef, then you know where to find me. My niggas is ready, and so is my body. You should be running and telling your posse and what's in the speakers and what's in your potty. And she trying to kick it, but this ain't karate. Just keep that shit down while I'm watching Tsunami. I ain't saying I'm a super nerd, but I told you when we got involved, my idea of a perfect date is a PlayStation and some alcohol. I was role playing on GTA. I'm a good guy, but I got it all. If the world should end, be the first to leave. But the last of us acting naughty, dog. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough.
Man, typically Hugger's running the show. I got things on deck today, so I'm hoping everything looks right and sounds right. I'm not muted, and they shouldn't be muted. No Hugger tonight to keep everything running and running smoothly. So I not only am I hosting, I'm running the show, and I'm known to mess up every time we go live. But listen, nothing can stop my hype because we had one of the best, if not the best, game showcase ever. I don't care how you feel. I don't care how your mama feel, auntie, sister, baby, daddy, cousin. I don't care about none of them feel. On what platform you love, you hate. At the end of the day, what we saw last Sunday was Xbox carry Summer Games Fest. Xbox and Ubisoft. But we saw some amazing things. But before we dive into all of that good stuff, man, I want to go with the introduction. I talk a little bit differently, so I'm going to start with my brother DALLAZ. Man, what's going on, brother?
Man, let's get it. Let's go. Hey, listen. This is one of them things. Like, I feel like each year that we've spoken on this subject, the move was much different, and I'm excited for this one. Even though the game that I'm most excited about is not even an Xbox game, but we about to get to it. Let's talk about it.
I wish I was this man's skin tone because I want to go bald. So I got to wear this band on my head to cover up my balding.
Oh my God.
Julian, my brother, what's going on, boss man? How you living, man?
Wow. Can I complain? Thanks for having me. The bald life is nice. It took me a while to grow into it, but We here now. Once my feature connected, then I was good. So
you're gonna be
giving
winning.
Just cut it
Omar
off.
You're giving
I get that a
Omar-
lot.
I thought
Yeah.
it was more Mike Tomlin, but I'm with it.
I get both of them.
Brother, like he about to go on 8-8 again, another normal season. Because the Steelers is
Wow.
trash. He about to coach an 8-8 season immediately.
Man. Hey, but I do remember seeing them in the Super Bowl a few times in my lifetime.
Mhm.
But we not gonna do.
You taking random shots at the Cowboys? You are a Bears fan. Do not speak to me.
Hey,
You can't take
I
pot
know
shots at the
what's
Cowboys and you're a Bears fan.
but my team is
Damn.
trash for a good reason. Y'all just trash.
And my
in the
team
camp.
rich. We popular watching. Just like
Here we
we're
go.
talking about Xbox. But Microsoft got money.
Who's up next? Who are we introducing next?
But next up,
Who we
one of the hardest working women in the industry who had an amazing showcase today, and she needs to accept her flowers when she gets them.
Thank you.
The owner of Dames for Games, Des, what's going on, sis?
Yo, just excited to be here. I'm not gonna lie, I did not catch all of the Xbox showcase because I was busy eating tacos and stuff in California and trying to network with Baron. I was trying to keep up with Baron the whole time. Mm-hmm.
Oh, good luck, Baron be Baron.
Who did you have me take a photo with? Oh, by the way, I asked my dad. Go ahead, drop the name.
With Casper Van Dien,
Rico's
from,
Roughnecks.
Yeah, from yes, from
Baron was
from
Starship
Troopers.
Our trooper. So Baron was like, your dad absolutely knows this. Was your dad in the military? Yeah, he was in the military. Oh, he absolutely knows. So I called my
Did
dad.
he know?
He had no fucking clue. Like I told you, he did not know.
Who is this white man?
Yes.
That's basic. That's probably what he said.
Rico's
That's probably to a T what he said.
But I mean, like, it was really cool to meet him. He was very chill. He was very chill.
He was
But yeah,
so
good to be here. Excited to be here.
Last
Love
but
you
not
guys.
least, if your emails is popping and your DMs is full, that's because communication director level 1 trying to get a hold of you, baby. Baron J67, what's going on, Chief?
You know what?
This nigga's famous
Oh.
now.
Who famous?
He's
The dude
Baron is famous.
But no. First off, I'm not.
Oh my God!
Yes, he is.
First off, I just wanted to say that Replaced is real. Stalker 2 is real. What else is real? What name a
Baron's
game
gonna
that
be on
does?
IGN. That's real. He's about to
Yeah,
get a
I'll
host
hop in the chat.
on IGN.
I
He had. Did you guys see on Twitter? Did you see his
We saw him
audition?
live
Yeah,
from
he killed
IGN.
it. One take.
One pull.
no,
One
I ain't gonna
take.
lie to y'all. The way I did that, I did it like I do that all the time. I ain't gonna even hold you. I went in there kind of like big in the chest.
He conquered
I
it.
walked up. I was like, "Hey," they were like, "Oh, do you want to warm up?" I was like, "Nah, let's just sit down. Let's just go
Just
run it." And they were like, "Are you sure? Do you want to read? Let's go." And they was like, "You sure?" Yep. 3,
Yep.
2, 1, and then what y'all saw on the internet is what happened.
Yeah. I was
Um,
there in person. It was amazing.
I didn't see it, but I'm about to go find it.
Akeem was
Yeah.
like, "Yo, he might take my job." I was like, "He might."
He might. long cry from a DM. Listen, before we get to the super chats, we got super chats to get to at the beginning. Before we get to them, what's going on, people? Fame Entertainment here from LV1Gaming.com. And congratulations, you guys leveled up to 293. This is the Level 1 Gaming Podcast. Shout out to Mr. Sith 40. He is a 4-month member of the Level 1 Gaming YouTube channel. Says, I still don't trust Microsoft and Xbox, but great showcase. Also, with the $2 super chat, Mr. Sith again says, I can't wait for the developer direct for Fable. I'm sorry, y'all. Fable looked beautiful. Oh, the woman's not pretty. Shut up. The game looks absolutely amazing. Stop trying to judge video game character women because you a loser. A legendary Yobi says, let's go when you are level 1. You are level 1 full life. Shout out to Yobi, man. Always supporting and showing the love to the level 1 family. Let's go. We're going to jump right into it, okay? Because I believe Xbox had one of the best showcases they have. Take that back. Xbox had the best showcase they've ever had. Ever. Okay, regardless of what you... ever. Right? Not only that, they had one of the best showcases of any company ever. Not the best, one of the best, okay? They did what we wanted to see. They came out and it was a bunch of talking and BS and fluff. Like, oh, let's watch some fake influencers play Minecraft. Like, the stuff we don't care about. We don't care. Or let's watch Blow Joe actor play Crackdown. We don't care, okay? They came out with like, oh, you want to talk about games? By the way, we bought COD. Boom, in your mouth. Next game, Fable. Boom, in your mouth.
Wow.
After midnight.
So
Boom, in your mouth.
sexual.
Like they just came, boom, 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 hitting us with game after game after game after game, right? The beautiful part is we know we don't have concrete dates, but we know Indiana Jones is coming this year. South of Midnight's coming in 2025. They showed a consistent, relentless amount of games. Even their third party showings, like Expedition 33, looked at that is like you want to continue to say, hey, maybe we need some other third party stuff to continue bangers. Expedition 33 was that banger to show, and that gives me hopes for a topic we'll talk about later on with the Epic Store database leak. My hopes of Final Fantasy IX remake, but that looked great. The only downfall, and I'm gonna go around the panel that I felt from those consoles, I don't care. You throw some glitter on an Xbox. You throw a glitter on an Xbox Series X and then charge us $600 is absolutely ridiculous. I think that was silly. Just give us the freaking handheld. But I'm gonna go around the ring. B, I'm gonna start with you. Your thoughts on the Xbox showcase? Because in my opinion, I gave it a 9, maybe a 9.5. I think I gave it a 9.5 out of 10. But your thoughts on the Xbox showcase? What did you give it, and what were some of the top things you saw from the event?
I definitely give it a 8. Only because it wasn't too many release dates, if I'm not mistaken. It was still a lot of release windows, which we know from the same company that gave us the whole every quarter you'll get, we're still dealing with them. So, that 2024 with no release date can turn into 2025 real easy. And them 2025s can turn into 2026 real easy, just because life, it happens, right? So for that reason and that reason alone, I give it an 8. But
I'm taking your
it was
an 8. We're not friends no more.
No, I'm just only because of release dates like that. I felt like I need street dates, even though let's be honest, it kind of don't matter anymore because we have street dates with with Starfield and whatnot. But I need some street dates.
Well, speaking of that, speaking of James Thomas in the chat brought up Avowed is November 12th. That's crazy how that wasn't shared at the showcase, but that goes to your point about street dates. But continue.
Yeah, like where was where was that during the show? And then didn't something else leak? Was it the Avowed date or there was another
the Avowed date was leaked. Well, not leaked. It was sort of announced afterwards, but I think that was it. Yeah, that should have been announced during the show. And that kind of goes to your point of like, where's the street dates?
Where's the street dates, especially for games that are coming out this year? I thought it was cool. I enjoyed it. I loved what happened with Gears of War. I thought that was badass. Remember, didn't I called that? I was like, we need a prequel that's horror and it like more grounded and linear, and that's exactly what they gave us. All the stuff I got my list right freaking here. Let me see. I said Visions of Mana, Avowed, Indiana Jones, Kunitsugamie, Fallout 76, ESO update. Was Warhammer in there?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so.
I think
Starfield DLC. And then South of Midnight. What else?
And South of Midnight was game of the show for me, man. That thing looked amazing.
That looked dope. And then they said trifling, and they used it properly. Like that was beautiful. Like that was the most country thing I've ever. Trifling ass mudcat. Like I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna start calling people that. Like, people getting called trifling ass mudcats. Like,
I'm gonna say it at DreamCon and see what happens.
Man, like a Christmas tree.
Oh my god!
But yeah, 8 out of 10. Amazing games. I just wish there was more release dates.
Julian, I want to swing to you, brother. Like, I gotta get your thoughts on this Xbox showcase. Did it get deserved praise and love? Was it overhyped? What you think about the showcase, man?
So I gave it a 9. I was just talking to my cousin about. I was just talking to my cousin earlier about this. He said he gave it a 9 as well. The only thing he wanted to see was more dedicated like gameplay. That I didn't mind that too much because they announced so much. They would have they would have like extended the show way too long. Definitely a couple of the games that I'm really looking forward to. Of course, I'm a big Gears head. Stalker 2 I've been waiting on. South of Midnight, anything with black people in it. Perfect Dark looked pretty good. I was surprised that they still are not showing more Everwild and Contraband. But they showed a teaser trailer. Yeah. Wait, which
Everwild
one?
Not real, bro.
Real. Oh, okay. I was like, I've seen some stuff for the other one, but I don't know about Everwild. But yeah, Fable is looking crazy. I'm interested to see, like, is this what the entire game is going to look like? But yeah, I'm not going to take all the time, but like 9 out of 10, just needed a little bit more gameplay. Or it's something that's telling me, hey, this is actual in-game, this gameplay. So, yeah.
No, I get you on that. I think one of the, like, because what we saw from Perfect Dark, what I thought was absolutely dope, like the gameplay that they showed, it wasn't a direct, like, typical A-style gameplay like we saw from South to Midnight. Because South to Midnight, like, hey, we're showing you an actual thing. And so a lot of people are comparing it to Kenna as well because of how some of the gameplay look, which is not a bad thing. Some people are comparing it to Kenna as a slight. Kenna is amazing. Like, I played it on PS4 and PS5. I did a review for it. Kenna is amazing. So if you tell me, oh, South to Midnight gives me Kenna vibes, you ain't saying nothing bad in my opinion. But Dallas, I'm going to swing over to you, man. Drop them Xbox flowers, my boy.
You know what though? It's funny because every year I have been saying that I wish for a very particular thing. And this was the year that I got that very particular thing. Not only am I not mad, but I'm low-key proud. A singular tear dripped from my left eye. You know that meme that like that head nod meme? Like that's that's what I felt. And I'm not gonna lie, I actually got excited. That was one of those moments that made me excited to play video games and to be a gamer in general. And then
you what?
I went
okay.
to go in a box, sneak far into the closet to find my Xbox and dust it off. I was like, I'm finna renew that Game Pass. It's going down. And then my Xbox wasn't working and I feel some type of way. But but I might be buying a new one come late 2024, early 2025. I'm seeing a lot of stuff. And the games, and surprisingly enough, we saw more gameplay during that showcase than damn near any other. The only exception being the complete indie focused stuff. But if we compare it to almost everything we've been seeing over damn near the whole year, we saw more gameplay then within that showcase, not dropping after the fact. We saw the Phantom Blade, more Phantom Blade Zero gameplay after we saw the footage during the showcase than we saw during it. We saw more Black Myth Wukong gameplay after the fact, which is probably the best game. It's game of the year, whatever year it comes out. I'm just gonna let you know. But I that actually made me excited to be a gamer again. Like that was one of those feelings, the feeling that we all chase when we watch these things, or at least I'm going to assume that we all chase. There's a certain thing that I look for. There's a reason why I spend hours watching this stuff, yelling at it, thinking this is probably what sports fans feel. There's a reason that I feel that thing that I look for. I literally got that from this, and slow claps because I'm happy about it. Were those enough flowers, Fame?
That was a good amount of flowers, Baron, with his muted ass. But listen, you know what I find very interesting before I swing over the mic? Baron was muted as hell. That's what he get. You know what I find very interesting? Other than, I'm not counting Gears because Gears has it's very single player. I mean, it has the multiplayer element. What we saw from Xbox was single player, story, which is what you normally get from PlayStation, right? Yeah, a lot of the stuff is first person. Avowed is first person, which, by the way, Avowed has the third person mode, which is how I'll be playing the freaking game because Avowed should be third person, in my opinion. But every game we saw other than Gears, but we know Gears has a multiplayer, is single player, story driven focus, and that's something that's typically out of the norm. And the Xbox showcase is usually multiplayer game, as they focus on trying to keep you into Game Pass. Yes, Call of Duty was there. and that is multiplayer focused, but most of their Xbox Studio stuff, we're talking Perfect Dark, we're talking South of Midnight, was focused on single player story stuff, which is, I think, it's a great shift for Xbox, and they're showing you, hey, we can be diverse. It's not just about multiplayer over here. We can be diverse, and we can give you a story. Well, we hope to be a great story because the games are now. We can give you a great story. We can give you cinematics, because I think Perfect Dark and Fable will be some of the two of the best looking games we've ever seen. Fable is going to be one of the few games that could compete with Hellblade visual wise. It's a beautiful game. But Mike, I'm gonna swing over to you, Mike, because I know Mike bleeds green. He's the biggest Xbox fan I know. Nobody could ever tell Mike nothing about Xbox, because Xbox is the best box.
Nah. I'm not Team Green. I'm Team Blue. But I got love for Team Green. Got love for them. As far as the show, for me, I gave it an 8.5, man. It was an incredible show. To say anything else, I don't think is real. You know, if you're a gamer, you have to appreciate it. It was dope, man. I mean, what more can I say? You know, there was a lot of variety, a lot of things that I was interested in. The game that stuck out for me the most, you know, me being the RPG nerd, was Expedition 33. That was the game for me. What else? Mixtape. I was very impressed by that.
Dope. Yeah.
Gears, of course, but I didn't see enough, so I'm not going to really add that to the equation. Gears is Gears, so you know you got to love that. I mean, it was just so much, man. I don't have anything to complain about. You know, there's nothing to complain about as a gamer. You got to love it. I don't care, you know, what platform you play on. Good games are good games, and you know you always got to respect that. So it was dope, man. Shout out to Xbox and all my friends that are Xbox gamers. I was happy for them. You know what I'm saying? So, you know,
we've been down, Mike. It's been hard. Our game's been going to PlayStation and everything, man. We needed this win. I appreciate you.
Well, I mean, if you consider it a win, I don't know if I would consider it a win in the sense that, you know, it's against, you know, something else. It's just a win as a whole, if you want to call it that, for gamers and what you can expect and what's coming down. You know, the pipe in the next, you know, 2 years. So yeah, it was dope. I don't have anything to say that could even be remotely considered negative. It was just dope. So shout out to Microsoft. Kudos to Xbox, man. Much love.
Des, I'm swinging over to you, love. I know you didn't. I know you had your own showcase you've been putting together. Shout out to you with Things for Games. I know you get a lot of insight. You get a lot to see from the Xbox showcase, but from what you've seen and what you heard, how do you feel this event went for Xbox?
So I didn't watch the showcase, but I watched all the trailers. So I didn't really need to watch the show.
Same. Yeah. As long as you got the trailers,
yeah.
you got the gist. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it was a really good showcase, just because I think like they showed a lot of variety, which I think we haven't seen in the past. And again, like I think some of the trailers came across really well. There wasn't like a ton of gameplay, which always makes me a little worried. But hopefully we'll get some of that as we continue throughout the year. Some of the games that I thought like just looked really fucking dope, and like I like visual aesthetics, so that's usually what I go for at first. But South of Midnight looked incredible. And I feel like not enough people are talking about it, but it looked really, really good. Another game that I was looking at, which, I mean, Fable, of course, looks beautiful. Like, it has a long legacy. Like, it looked really good. Mixtape, you mentioned, Mike, I thought was a really dope indie game. Like, even, it just... And I'd like to say that, like, I'm not used to Xbox giving a lot of love to indie games. They usually focus on, like, their AAA titles, so this was really, really nice, too. And I'm looking forward to Life is Strange, the double exposure, because all of their games have been really incredible. But I think they did a really good job, and everything that I'm hearing about it was really good. The only thing, and I'm not going to score the whole showcase because, again, I didn't see the whole showcase, but I don't know about them. I don't want to say this because I want to get a jacket. So I'm just going to say, I think I've seen what they could do with Xboxes, so I'm not really sure why that was the unveiling of the Xboxes.
Don't
You
give
know
her no
what?
jacket,
Black
Phil.
Panther
Don't give her no
Xbox.
jacket, Phil. She talking crazy. Don't give her no jacket.
I still,
It
they were
was a little
very
underwhelming.
simple looking. Like I think that I'm sorry. I just think I've seen what they could do.
She want that Black Panther.
I want the Black Panther. I want the SpongeBob. I want the Barbie Dream House. That's what I want. Unveil that.
Dreamhouse.
No, you're right on that. Throwing
I
some,
just wanna say,
sparkles
I
on the
had
black
the
Xbox
first
wasn't
two
special.
white Xbox.
Oh no, I don't
All
really.
these bots on this panel, and the one PlayStation dude got the Black Panther Xbox.
I know.
Racism, I guess.
The hate.
You got the race car one, right? Which one was it?
Forza,
the
right?
Porsche Xbox.
You got
Yeah.
the Porsche one too?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
Yeah, he did.
yeah. I have the Porsche one, and I have
Hey, how?
the Black Panther one.
Because Mike the GOAT. What you mean?
They love this PlayStation guy over at Xbox, man.
Yeah, he did.
That's really
Yeah,
shout out to
this
Jay.
This is it right here. I don't know if you can see it, but this is it.
No, yeah.
Yeah. This is the first true white Xbox.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm salty. I ain't gonna even.
I need to mess with some people.
Yeah, you do. Because you
Mike.
Yeah.
You need to mess with Mike.
Clearly.
Yeah, you get one,
But,
you get
I have the
robbed. I
Black
need
Panther
it.
one too. But I just think you know, I guess for the digital one I do love, by the way. You know, I don't know. It was underwhelming. They could have announced that later. I don't know, but that was the only thing I didn't like. You know?
Yeah, I didn't like it because
Yeah.
I was ready
I
to
don't
see
think I
some
didn't like
shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they had it like all set up, and I was like, "Ooh, what are they gonna
Thought
bring?"
that handheld
And
was
then
back
like,
there, didn't you?
I thought it
Yeah.
was the handheld too.
Thought that handheld was back
I
there.
knew it wasn't going to be that.
Oh, I thought it was everything but what they unveiled, if that makes sense. Like they could
Yeah.
have unveiled the jacket, and I would have been like, "That's dope." You know what I'm saying? I'm stuck on it. I'm stuck on the jacket.
I'm actually shocked they didn't put the jacket in the store to where you got to put your
Yeah.
own patches on it. That
Because
is
That-
easy.
they took down the store during the presentation. They
Yep.
put it back up after.
Just to put that gear shirt in. There was a gear shirt and there was
I-
another shirt they added in there.
And that shirt
Well, the,
sold
Mi-
out,
the, Mi-
bro.
the Microsoft store is here in New York, so I'm going to go swing by and check and see if it's there. So
Oh my
if it's
God.
there,
Yeah,
Get
If
your
it's
cash app
there-
ready, bro.
I got my
yeah, just send your bread.
I'm
Got
But
it.
I have that first Xbox jacket, but now my arms don't fit in it. Because the first like round of all the clothing that they made was made by Meta, and it was way too slim.
I feel like you just bragging right now. So you
Yeah,
can work.
he did.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
He was like, "Yeah, I'm too fucking strong,
Everybody
so I
just
can't fit in my
stuck.
jackets no more."
Everybody's just gotten on the
Yeah, he
show.
was like,
I'm too
I
strong.
tried to wear
I
this
lift.
shirt, but it's right there. You know, it don't fit no more.
We get it, bro. You dark skinned, bald headed, and strong, bro. We get it.
Right? I was like Omar S.
We get it, Mike.
Oh,
Mike
man.
Tomlin. We get it. Shout out to
Oh,
Jay
man.
Rambert with
Omar.
$2 super chat. He says South of Midnight and Fable is all that matters. South of Midnight, again, I think was the star of the show. I think even if you went into it and you had a dislike for Xbox or that what they normally put out, you can't look at South of Midnight. Now I had an argument with somebody. I'm almost certain, I can't prove it. I think he had maybe 6 to 7 brain cells, right? Because I'm trying to argue with him that South of Midnight wasn't having a frame rate issue. That stop motion claymation was a design choice.
Yeah.
I think maybe 8 if he lucky brain cells. But I'm trying to argue with this dude on TikTok. I'm like, bro, what frame issue is you talking about? Because that game looked immaculate. I didn't see no frame. And most of y'all, let's keep it $150, $175. Without Digital Foundry, most of y'all can't see these little frame rate drops. No way. All right, so that's like I'm like, oh, the frame, it looked like a PS3 game. Cut it out. That game looked fan-freaking-tastic. I do agree with Dez, though. The console thing kind of threw me off. But all in all, I want to swing back around. Go ahead, love.
I was just saying it was a solid showcase. Like you can't like if anybody's shitting on it, they're just hating. It was a
that's
solid
fact.
showcase.
Period.
No, that's absolute facts. But I got to ask you this, though, right? Because right after the showcase, Phil Spencer met with Ryan McCaffrey and IGN. And that's where a lot of people kind of like, oh, man, come on, Phil. Don't talk. Because immediately after, the topic went. And I love Phil, but a lot of people like Phil, like, don't do it, bro. Don't interview after, because let the conversation continue to be about the games, right? Immediately after he met with Ron McCaffrey and confirmed. Remember, first it was just 4 games, and not every game is coming. And to which now he's saying more of our games are coming. So like now the conversation was shifting around throughout the gaming community, the gaming space, on Twitter, on TikTok. A lot of PlayStation gamers that with the Photoshop heaven, with Photoshopping all these games with PS5 box arts. B, I'm gonna swing over to you. With this amazing showcase, with these amazing games, do you feel like it was a little bit of a like, a letdown, seeing how they are just now about to really hit their stride at Xbox? Like, as far as like pushing out great first party games, this would be one of the first times like they ever pushed out this many like consecutively. That this is the time you talking about other platforms.
I would say to the folks like us, to the people who are deeply tapped in, yes, but to the general consumer, nah. Like anybody, like I think of myself when I was a kid watching showcases and whatnot. I wouldn't have caught that interview. I wouldn't have watched that. Mm-hmm. I totally, like, for me, it's just I seen all the games coming to Game Pass, which I'm subscribed to. So I think folks outside of the Game Pass Ultimate and those who are seriously tapped into this, those are the ones who are going to have an issue with this. But yes, it does kind of mess up the flow because, people are going to go in and grab the headlines and great showcase. But then Phil says, like, you know what I mean? Everybody wants to get the SEO stuff. But no, I think
those
for the
interviews
general,
are for us. I think those interviews are for the industry. They're not for the general public. And I think sometimes we're so deep into what we do and what we think.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like we react,
in.
and the rest of us, like, like just like you said, like when you were a kid, you weren't caring about that. You were just excited that you saw like a trailer and it was coming. It didn't matter. And I think that's what is really important. Like the fact that he went on IGN Live and in an interview, it didn't nobody watched that except us.
Look, hey, no, but you know what was funny? Seeing like, Ryan McCaffrey's face when he said it.
Ryan looked sad when he said that, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. I love Ryan. Ryan looked sad when he said that, bro.
He like his whole demeanor, like it was like watching an anime and like they get a gut punch and like the color leaves. Like he's just like,
he was like, there it is.
Yeah.
He gave him that one. Like, if you like it, I love it. He hit him with that one.
Oh my god.
There it is.
Like, I love it.
Yeah, he tried to jump subjects quick. Like, yeah. That was
Julian, I want to switch over to you. Do you feel that this is bad timing to be talking about other because for a lot of people, you got to look at it this was an Xbox Game Pass show. If you're an Xbox Game Pass subscriber, it was more to, again, if you're an Xbox Game Pass subscriber, you're getting this game. Not if you're an Xbox console owner, you're getting these games. It's if you sub to Game Pass, you can play these games. Not more so if you have an Xbox, you get these games exclusive. Do you think it's like it was weird time to talk about other platforms after what's considered your best showcase ever?
I definitely think it's a double-edged sword. I think one of the reasons being, when you're trying, all this time you've been trying to convince people to go and buy your console because this is the only place that you can play these games, and now you're kind of giving, choice is great. PC, mobile, Samsung TV, your consoles, maybe a handheld in the future. But kind of teasing at games going to other platforms. And I understand it's a business, but business sucks. So I think it is a little bit of a double-edged sword because it's almost like I feel lied to because I do have all consoles, but if I'm a PlayStation player and I come over and buy your box and I decided to kind of switch over during this generation because you said, okay, these are the things that I'll be able to play on your system, but in the back of my head, I still prefer the other place. It's like I feel like I don't know if stilted, whatever that word is, betrayed to a certain extent All my people are on this other console, all this other stuff. It's like you lied to me, but I'm here, but now we're here. So,
It was just 4
to-
games, man. Don't trip.
Yeah,
I'm not,
okay.
I'm not,
Okay.
I'm not upset. I'm not upset.
Hey, if it's
I
just
had to
4 games, your
think
girl
about
tell you,
it.
hey, don't worry about that bald head black dude with the muscles, you should be concerned because you got lied to. It's more than 4 games, and you should be concerned about him.
Yeah,
But what is
I'm
Bill saying though? He's been saying like, what have they been trying to say? The new narrative is that we're just trying to make great games. So I think
Well,
they've been stepping away.
Just a
from
few
having
weeks
it
ago,
on-
Des, it was, if you think all of our games are coming, that's not the case. It almost verbatim, that's what Phil said. He said it's just 4 games. If you think everything is coming, it's not. And now today's message is, yeah, we're gonna put more games over there. It was like, yeah, we're gonna, you can have it.
But
Yeah.
but my point, I think, is that they've been trying to say what we care about is making great games, not the fact that
Yes.
what we care about is selling our console. What we care about is making great games. So wherever they may land, they're going to land. They're still going to be great games, and I think that's what we should be taking away from this. And
Most definitely.
I mean, I know we're going to talk about news, so we're going to focus on it, but I think they're stepping away. I still think that they're stepping away from making consoles their main thing, even though they just announced those consoles that they announced. But I think what we should be taking away from this is like, yo, they showed some dope ass games. Like, this is amazing. It doesn't matter where they're going because you're still supporting Xbox, whether you play it on an Xbox or whether you play it somewhere else.
No, it's fact, especially when you think about Call of Duty. If you hate Xbox, sorry to tell you, your Call of Duty purchase, 70% of that revenue was going to Big Daddy Phil. So congratulations, you played yourself. Shout out to James, the $2 Super Chat. He said other platforms don't necessarily mean PlayStation. That's true. We look at PlayStation. It came out today that they made the decision, not Lego forcing their hand. They made the decision to put the Horizon Lego game on the Nintendo Switch, right? So I think it is Mike, what you got, Mike? Mike got something on that. What you got, Mike? I see your face.
Because it's like, why is this a conversation? I think, did we really need to know? I mean, we know who's pulling the strings on that. It's their IP. I mean, who else would be pulling the strings? That is not new. Like, it really isn't, man. Sometimes I think people just talk just for the sake of talking.
Now, Mike, I will say
that's not news.
I think the root of that conversation sort of stems from the whole MLB thing, because MLB on Xbox, why?
Yes.
Because they were strong-armed into it. They said, hey, you're going to put
they
this
thought
on
it was
Xbox.
Lego.
And so people are automatically seeing, hey, did Lego pull an MLB and say, hey, we'll do it, but we want you to be on Switch. I think that's where the question comes in.
Yeah, but that's a completely different thing entirely, because now you're dealing with employees from the MLB and there's likeness things that have to be considered. So you can't just take people's likenesses and throw them in a game. You know, that there's different cities, there's uniforms, there's so much intellectual IP and there's so much intellectual property involved. It's a lot more complex than this. This is literally just 2 things. It's Lego and Horizon. That's it. Sony made Horizon and then Lego is Lego. So there's really only 2 parties here coming to the table saying, okay, this is what we're doing. That's it. It's Sony's IP. Lego says we want to make games. Sony says, cool, let's do it. Let's put it on the Switch and the PS5. That's it. It's really just that simple. It's not a controversial thing. I don't understand why this is even news.
Well,
it's crazy.
Just going back to the super chat, I think where they're coming from is, even though they're saying more platforms, it doesn't necessarily. Even though if I hear Xbox say other platforms, I'm going to automatically assume PlayStation. But I get what the Super J was saying, that they say other platforms. That doesn't necessarily mean PlayStation, right? It could mean Switch. It could mean obviously PC.
Let me piggyback off what Baron said, like earlier. Like, only the people like us here really care about that kind of thing, you know. And even us, to a degree, we don't really care about it that much because we're still getting what we want from our respective platform. You know, the hardcore people care about this kind of thing. Like me, as a PlayStation gamer, as a PlayStation main, let me just be the first to tell y'all, we like our games, okay? Just like Xbox fans like their games, we like ours. You know what I'm saying? We don't necessarily want your games. You know what I'm saying? But business is what business
Cap.
is. You know, just like what Julian said. That's just it's how it's gonna go. You know, we like our games. We want ours. So, you know, business
I
is
don't know, man.
changing,
Sea
and
of
this is
Thieves say
just what it's gonna
otherwise.
be.
Hey, can we get a couple of them Final
Yeah,
Fantasies?
yeah. But here's the thing: CSC says otherwise. But let's keep it real. If there's some PlayStation games that if they want on the Xbox, you Oppo's is gonna buy it. I don't want to hear it.
I want Uncharted. I want Final Fantasy 7 remakes. I want
Final Fantasy VII remake was announced for Xbox when it first came out. I don't know if people remember that.
yeah,
I
Like
remember
every
that.
people have the
Yeah.
people have the sealed
was.
one where it says
It
coming
was.
to Xbox in the next year.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
else I
that's
want?
the only Final Fantasy I would have I'd be like, oh, come on, really, bro? Like
But we
that
all
one's
gamers,
ours.
man. We
Yeah,
all
Yeah,
gamers.
but
share,
Final Fantasy
Sony.
VII is kind of like it's kind of like our adopted child. We made Final Fantasy VII famous. So,
Can we
but
get
I
can we
mean,
get
Self.
the
I
Final
Funny
wouldn't
is,
hate
Fantasy
on it
9
though.
remake?
I
I
had this
wouldn't hate on it
conversation
though.
with my brother. I would call my brother a hardcore casual gamer, if that makes sense, because he's a hardcore gamer in terms of being a fan of games and playing video games, and the time and effort that he puts into his games and so on and so forth. But he's casual in terms of the community. Like he's not on the internet arguing about video games. He's just playing them. And so he's completely and totally oblivious to whatever it is, whatever the discourse is, right? And he also happens to be a PlayStation dude. Obviously, he my little brother. So um, we had these conversations off and on. And just yesterday, we were talking about I can't even remember what game, but he was like, man, say Xbox don't deserve these games. What you mean Xbox don't deserve these games? Man, Xbox. It was Kingdom Hearts. That's what it was. That's what we the Kingdom Hearts conversation because we that type of nerds. He was like, man, Xbox don't deserve Kingdom Hearts. Why? Cause I'm watching this Metal Gear, this Metal Gear stuff. Why is the Metal Gear at the Xbox showcase? That's what it was. And he's like, that don't deserve Metal Gear either. And he was just going. He
What
was
did
going.
Xbox do to y'all?
He was going down the list of these games
Oh,
that
Mike
were
finna
like,
get
I
mad
was
at you.
just
Mike gonna
joking.
fight us today, boy. He might.
Nah, never that.
We're
Never
gonna do a
that.
whole
Never
video
that.
on Mike's
Never
face.
that. Never that. I'm just, I'm not mad at it. At the end of the day, y'all know me personally. I mean,
Oh,
y'all
of
know I
course.
really don't
It's
care.
all jokes. It's all jokes.
Yeah, I really don't care. Like I was saying, you know, I'm just, you know, just making a tongue-in-cheek comment about Final Fantasy VII. But if y'all got it, dope. Don't bother me. I ain't getting a dime of that bread. I'll
Man.
be damned if
Do you guys
if I
remember
have an emotional response about it.
when all games would be released on all consoles and there would just be a slight difference?
Like
Yep.
Blood and
Yeah,
Mortal
Sega and
Kombat.
Nintendo
that
days.
part right
Yeah.
there. And I
That's
brought up what I
like,
brought up.
think, oh, sorry, I wasn't done talking. Hold on. I'm just gonna say that I think because I grew up during that time, I don't fucking care where the game is going. I don't care where the game is going as long as I can play the game. So I don't understand like this anger between like it don't belong there, or it shouldn't be there. Like just play the game wherever you want to play it.
See,
Listen, man. Listen. This is gonna sound crazy. But some of these PlayStation and Xbox fans, I'm gonna get on y'all a little bit. Y'all right now, some of y'all, not obviously not the crew here. Some of y'all are like the kids that was being bullied in school and getting beat up, and then got money, and now y'all tough guys. Some of y'all just take some of y'all PlayStation. Those fanboys, they just like petulant children. They spoiled kids that don't want to share their toys with anybody. So, you know, both of y'all, both parties got to chill out, man. Like these companies don't care what we think at all. They trying to get their bread. You know what I'm saying? Spend yours how you like, play what you like. I really don't care, man. You know what I mean? I'm here for all the games. I have all the consoles, so I play whatever, wherever. So it don't matter to me. It don't matter to me. Dope game is a dope game, man. Period.
Yeah, because I think there was a transition from like like the kind of N64 era to like the GameCube, Xbox, PlayStation, where I think that's really where exclusives started popping up.
Yes.
But back then, I think like the amount of content that we're getting now, I don't think it was like people were so ravenous with the content. So it's like I could wait a year or two and get an Xbox or a PlayStation or something. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll play that. And like I got a PS1 when the PS2 came out to play Final Fantasy VII. Like Final Fantasy,
Got you.
like so. I think the time we're in now, granted, things were expensive back then, but people feel kind of like when I invest this $400-500 in six, as you kind of get your library up there, they're like, no, this is my family. It's like forever family, like Dime from Fast and the Furious. It's like families forever. So they be gangbanging out here over consoles.
They
and-
really do. They really. It's unnecessary.
I think it's
It used to
marketing.
be
Maybe
all.
what?
I mean, for us anyway. For me and my family, like specifically my brothers, my cousins, and so on. It was all jokes. It was just us like roasting each other over what we did or played or whatever.
Yeah,
Whatever.
it's not
We would
fun
still
anymore.
we still go spend a night
That
at each other's
part.
house. I still like my favorite Xbox memory is staying up all night with my cousin, beating Halo 1 and then doing the same thing the very next night with Halo 2. And like that conversation I had with my brother, I was like, why? And he could not for the life of him come up with a good reason other than the fact that it's fun to talk shit. And that's basically what this is.
Yeah.
Like, it's
I
basically
think
what
I'm
it's
not a
fun to talk
shit
shit.
talker. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just not. So I just get irritated when people fight over stupid shit like this. It's like, don't y'all remember? Like, we used to all have all the consoles, and if you didn't have it, you go to your friend's house who had that console, and you would play it at their house. Like, it was so like I just feel like it gets so toxic sometimes, and it's just so unnecessary.
Well, I think the issue
Hey,
is
but you know
for a
what?
lot of us.
I'm-
A lot of us were playing around, but then somebody like, "Hey, man, your mama is as big.
They
Your
get
mama's back as
serious.
big as a PS5." Like, I'm like, wait a minute.
Hey, that's a good one though.
Man,
Hey, that's a good one though.
But that
I'm
be the
sorry.
issue. Like, we be
Wait,
playing around. I'm
wait,
like, oh,
wait.
he tickled.
Your mama's back. He said your mama's back is as big as a PS5.
Oh my
And
god.
that motherfucker big.
Let me tell you, there's mad Xbox beef on Twitter right now. Mad
funny about
gang-
I gotta use that on somebody.
Babe can't talk. He killed on social media. He will post the most controversial thing that he thinks I say, and it get people pissed off.
Hey,
at
I be
me
sending them out to
all
Dan's
online.
He made
No,
sure to
Eric.
clip out the one part where Des was like, my $3,000 computer. And then boom.
She was talking, man. I say, oh,
I did see that clip. I did see that clip.
Yeah.
Hey, see?
I see that clip.
I'm like, oh, she's talking about her PC. She bragging. Go get her.
Yeah.
Xbox.
Hey, no.
Assemble. My fault. Go ahead, B.
No, I didn't forgot what I was saying, thinking about the big backness of the PS5. But, bro, I can't wait to throw that out there on the internet. That's gonna be wild as hell. But no, what were we talking about? The hate of people,
But listen,
it not being funny no more.
Because
that was
well.
funny.
That's what it
The
was.
conversation evolved. I want to swing over to Dallas because I didn't get rid of Dallas. Thought about this, right? Because again, best Xbox showcase ever. To immediately switching the conversation to other platforms. Do you feel like that was a sting in the bubble, the greatness that was the showcase?
Nope. Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. I don't think
Not
it
at all.
ever, until you said that, it never crossed my mind. And it probably won't again, if I'm being honest. Like, we got dope shit coming. That's the important, but that's the whole point of these showcases. Hey, y'all, look at this dope shit that's on the pipeline. Look at this dope shit that's coming. And then, on top of that, you don't have to wait any later than 2025. Everything we complained about. Everything we complained about in some way or another has been addressed during this showcase, and that's the win. For us, anyway, that's the win.
Preach.
Listen, there's nothing to complain about, at all. They did the damn thing, and that's just the truth.
And look, Black Ops,
You
Black
gotta
Ops 6 looks
love it.
amazing.
Gotta love it.
I know, Mike. I know you weren't really impressed by Black Ops 6, but Black Ops 6 about to be my junk. Black Ops has always been my favorite franchise in the Call of Duty realm. Black Ops 2, I spent way too many nights playing Black Ops 2 all night, and I feel like Black Ops 6 might give me that Black Ops 2 feel again. I think them doing stuff with the omnidirectional movement, I think is pretty dope. I love the fact the showcase started and ended with COD. What Microsoft needs to do, they need to, because they cannot have an advantage because of the contract they signed. But every single time I see Call of Duty, that thing needs to end with available on Xbox Game Pass. Every freaking time. Otherwise, you're really selling yourself short. Like, we know Microsoft at times has a marketing issue. It feels like they're not pushing their own stuff as they should, but I shouldn't see Call of Duty. I get it. Microsoft is a software company. They're pushing software. They're pushing Game Pass. You don't want to push the console? Fine. But every time I see Call of Duty, I should see Xbox Game Pass behind it, because you need to continue to grow. Otherwise, we're gonna lose this type of game from game. We're gonna lose it out of Game Pass. Like if this, I'm willing to tell you, if it don't move numbers, they're gonna take it out.
Because whenever people ask me, like, being the tech guy or the gaming guy in the family, like, hey, which console should I buy? I'm like, what do you play? And if it's only, I was like, if your friends are over on PlayStation and you're only playing Call of Duty and Madden or something, then I was like, go
get a PlayStation.
But Game Pass has really been a game changer, especially putting Call of Duty on Game Pass. It's like, now, okay, what do you play? And it's like, go over to Xbox, get Game Pass, you get the games you want to play.
You get your Madden, you get your 2K, you get your MLB, your NHL, all the old boxing games, and you're gonna be getting Call of Duty now. Like all the atypical basic.
Can we
gamers.
talk about like all the other games that are on there? Because I feel like we always talk about those games, but like it just has a lot of variety of games. Period on Xbox. I get what you're saying. Those are the ones that are like the main pullers.
Casual
of Xbox,
heaven.
but like. Yeah.
Oh, no, it's casual. That's because this is how you got to trick people. And this is what bothers me about Xbox is they don't market that they have the casual, like Fame said, the casual pillars. Because when you get the casual pillars there and then all of a sudden you see, oh, I seen a commercial for that Hellblade game. Let me see what that's about. Oh, I don't have to buy it because I got these 3 months free. Let me go ahead and just try it out.
Expedition 33.
Wait, what other game?
Crazy.
Like, you know what I mean? And that's where the marketing part comes in that I feel like they always fall short, that PlayStation stay hitting home runs with. PlayStation don't miss when it comes to marketing.
Yeah. Game Pass, I will 100% it unpacking because of Game Pass. Like, and I think Game Pass is like the digital version of walking into GameStop, Funko Land, wherever you had, where you should be able to walk in, browse, do all this stuff, and it's like, okay, this game is only $5. Okay, I'll just pick it up, and this will be my thing for the weekend. Or this game is like on sale, buy one get one free. I'll grab these, and if I don't like them, I'll bring them back. I think Game Pass is such a. I see a lot of people go in and play games they would have never played in their life because, again, there's so much content out there and people have a limited amount of money. So it's not that people aren't interested in indie games. It's not that people aren't interested in these different genres. It's the fact that I have limited time and limited money. I'm going to play what I know. But with Game Pass, it's like, oh, cool. I mean, this looks interesting. I could just download this or boot it up in the cloud and then just go.
And if it's bad, you didn't. What did you lose? If it's a bad game,
go back to COD.
Didn't lose anything. But listen, really quickly, I want to say a big shout out to the chat, man, because number one, you guys are super freaking active today, and that always makes me happy. But listen, if we made you laugh or if we pissed you off, you owe us a freaking like. So go ahead and hit that like button. Because I want to ask you, right? I know Mike brought up Final Fantasy, right? And that Epic store had a leak. The Epic database had a leak. And it looks like Final Fantasy 9 is real. And I just want to put this out for Square Enix and Sony to hear me. That bitch better be multi-platform, because Final Fantasy 9, whether you like it or not, you agree or not, it's the best Final Fantasy game ever made, bro. It's better than 7.
Here
it's
he
not.
is.
Yes, it is, Mike.
I'm a 7.
It's
I'm
the
a
best.
7 guy.
It's the best.
Bro,
Final
you
Fantasy
had
10,
Gunblades
Final
and
Fantasy
8.
10 or X, whichever
It
one
is
you want to
literally
call it, is
9.
the best one.
9
I
is
had a
literally the
revolver
baby of
sword.
7 and 8. I don't care what anybody says. 9 is the baby of 7 and 8. They took 7 and they took 8 and they smashed it together because they couldn't think of anything else and put
And
out.
made
Yeah.
greatness.
Let me
Yeah.
show
And
you.
made greatness.
Guts.
They gave us VV
And-
as
It's
a
a
game.
great game, but it's not the. It's
Final
not the
Fantasy
best.
10 is better than all of them.
I'll give you that.
Oh, okay.
I like Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy
like
10
that.
too was buns.
But I think Final
No,
Fantasy
that was
7
ass.
set us
That
off.
was a 2-pack of ass, but Final Fantasy 10 was the best one.
Final Fantasy 10 was.
I think it
amazing.
was good. I think 10
That
was
shit
good, but I
is
think
a
7 set the
two-pack of
standard for the
ass.
rest of the games that came
I
after.
can't stand this dude.
But I do want to I do want to address this. I think a lot of times with Square Enix in particular, Sony kind of gets blamed for the lack of success that Square Enix is having. And Jez and I have had this conversation before, and I've always said that it wasn't Sony that kind of led to their lack of success with their titles, but it was in fact their titles. Everything that they had been creating was either Final Fantasy or Final Fantasy like, and they never stepped out of that box. Damn near every game they make is like the same game. You know what I'm saying? How many different ways you're going to play the same style RPG and think that you're going to make money? Like everything is either Final Fantasy or Final Fantasy related. You know what I'm saying? And then it takes away time from you to make different types of games, or you cheat yourself. And then you get games like Forspoken, which you could see it on its face had potential, but wasn't enough effort put into it. And even that game took so many elements of Final Fantasy games. Square Enix's problem is lack of innovation. They're not making anything new. Nobody's going to keep buying the same games 50 times. You know what I'm saying? And that's, again, I'm not absolving Sony and their exclusivity deals of anything. I'm just saying Square Enix needs to innovate. Make some new games, damn it.
And speaking of
back to the
innovation,
balance,
Mike.
They had beat 'em ups. Like, come on.
But here's the thing. What they're doing with Final Fantasy so much is like, oh, let's go away from the turn-based thing, right? People are like, oh, turn-based is for old heads. We don't want turn-based. Then look at Expedition 33. That's innovative. That game looks very stylish. Like, I don't think anyone who hates turn-based games will hate Expedition 33 because it looks so cool. And I want Final Fantasy 9, if this remake is truly real based off this epic database leak that happened, right? Looks like Final Fantasy 9 is remake is happening. Don't make it like Final Fantasy VII Remake. Give me Final
Fantasy arena battles, bucko.
I'd be pissed. Give me Expedition 33.
The true method.
Keep it turn based. And I'm gonna say this because Mike, you brought up Final Fantasy X. I will say this. Somebody correct me. Chat or somebody right here. What was that game? That mini game inside of Final Fantasy X?
Oh, the Blitzball.
Give me. I'll take a whole goddamn separate game of that.
Well, I'm sorry.
Blitzball was dope.
I'll take a whole. I'll take a whole side game for that. You didn't like it? You say you didn't?
I like Blitzball. I put hours into Blitzball, perfecting my team. And then plus I needed it to get a special. I forgot what they called them, but I needed it to get a special edition for Waka's weapon. So I had to play a certain number of games to get it. So I thoroughly enjoyed Blitzball, me personally. But Blitzball I'm a fucking weirdo.
I always want a good gambling game or sports game in my game. Like I'm a sucker for that.
I'll take a chocobo.
Games within a game.
Yeah, I think it's the best.
Yeah.
I really like that, unless it's a card game. I get tired of playing card games.
You didn't like the card game in The Witcher?
Whoa.
The card game in The Witcher was fire.
Gwent is life.
I said Gwent because I wasn't a fan of Gwent.
I wasn't a fan of Gwent.
It was stupid at first.
That's me personally. I ain't got to be like heartbroken about it.
No, we pissed off. We mad at you about it.
He gonna clip that.
Well, clip it and put it on Twitter.
Yeah. So say really quickly, Dan. Say Gwent was terrible and people who played it are bad people. Say it.
I didn't say Gwent was terrible. I said Gwent wasn't for me. That's what I said.
You can just clip the part where she said.
I can just cut out. I got that.
Yeah, we're gonna make it work.
I got that.
Thank you,
Dan.
Dan.
Oh my god.
They coming.
Sorry,
Omar,
this is my
shut
first
up.
time here.
No,
This
Remake
Omar
no.
Final Fantasy X,
God damn
man.
it, Omar.
Remake Final Fantasy X. I want to see that one. I want to play as Sir Orin in Final Fantasy X. That's what I want to
I
do.
want the
I
water
want it,
sword.
and I'm very interested to see Anima remade in Final Fantasy X.
Yeah, that'd be
Okay.
dope. That'd be
Fair.
super
I
dope.
want to see that.
That'd be
That's
super
what I
dope.
want to see.
That would be
Anyways,
nice.
if I wanted to play a card game, I'd play Uno. Don't get on my shit for not liking Gwen.
Hey, next
okay?
time we all
Flip
together,
that
we can
too.
run Uno. We
Flip-
can end our
flip
friendship
all
playing
of it.
Uno.
Oh, we can end it right now, Thing. You coming?
Dang.
Hop on Ubisoft.
Holy shit.
Uno
It-
Ubisoft. We can go at it and
Ubisoft.
combat right now.
No,
Cause Uno
yeah,
ends
go
friendship.
ahead.
In here, right? Yeah.
I'll come to Texas. All right.
Oh,
Don't tease me with a
I
good
would come
time.
to Texas just to see that match.
and she gonna back up her $3,000
I would come to
PT
Texas
to
just
show
to
you.
see this and leave the same day. All right, I'm out.
Shit. Don't tease me with a good time. I come to Texas. Prove it.
And then y'all gonna play at Whataburger.
I
or
do
something
plan on coming.
sponsored.
I do plan on coming to Texas. Though.
Listen, come on down. We can hit Bucky's. You know,
No,
Oh
for real.
yeah, I'm
I'm
a little
gonna
jealous.
make
Y'all
you
got
cry
Buc-ee's.
though. I'm gonna make you
Oh,
cry.
damn.
you don't know what I like.
I'm
We
gonna
don't
make
got,
you
we
cry.
don't got none of that
I
here in
hate
New
this
York.
man.
Cry.
Listen, anybody that
Hey.
wants some Uno, we can have a Uno. Listen, we can get the Uno going. It's like $5 on any Play Store.
I played
Whoever
Tom.
want to
I
smoke.
played them,
We
them
should, put,
country
we, should,
backward
we should
games.
put it. We should put it in the stream and go crazy.
I'm saying.
They do got the digital, but
I'm
I don't know how to
saying.
play the official rules though, because I'm gonna be like
We
breaking
play
the
house
rules.
rules. Whoever house you at, that's the rules you play as.
I
That's
know,
why you
but
went.
when
That's
play
why.
online-
When you play
Nah,
online,
you
we
can't do
all
that
in our
online.
own houses. So
Yeah.
How you gonna
I'm
do that?
turning mods
I'm
on.
down. We gotta play
Listen,
some
just let me
Monopoly
know
too.
when.
I feel like I'm too nice to
Oh,
compete
no,
in
we'll-
this.
no, you're
This whole
not.
thing will be over.
you're
We'll
not.
never do this
You
again.
just
if we do
literally
Monopoly.
wanted him to clip some shit together of me. You're not too nice. You could play. You could play.
Oh damn.
Okay.
Yeah, I want
Well, I
I
know
want them to
who's
see
who's
the
not my
worst
spade
that you
partner.
did, because you're such
Oh, I
an
don't play
amazing
spades.
person.
Listen, we need to bring back the game nights anyway. And this
Yeah.
is the perfect opportunity.
Let's do it.
This-
We're gonna make it
I
happen.
want in though. I want in. Though.
We should
But
do that. Instead of doing
I'm
another
down.
podcast, we should have a night where we just play a game. Like, I don't know, maybe
Yeah.
twice a month. I won't say once a week, maybe twice a month, because I know how.
and then talk games at the same
Yeah.
time.
At
I,
the
while we're
same
That
doing
would be
it.
dope.
Yeah.
I'm
Or
down
we
for
all
that.
get it. We all get into a multiplayer game or something, and then we just pop ish.
Yes.
As long as nobody slanders card games again.
I can remind you about the greatness that is
I
the
like
Xbox
card
showcase.
games. I'm a
No,
heavy.
we
I'm a
talking.
heavy.
We
I'm a
going
heavy
dead though.
spades player.
Online.
I'm a
I
heavy
don't like
spades
card
player.
games online. I want to
No,
do
I don't
everything
like card
else
games
in The
online
Witcher, but playing Gwent. Like, there's so many other things you can do in The Witcher that are incredible. I don't want to
Yeah,
play
like
Gwent.
collect all the Gwent cards and become the Gwent
No.
champion.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not
Fact.
trying to be fucking active when I play.
And then you could throw hands in the
Like a
mud
hater,
pit
dude.
I'm not
along
trying
the
to
way.
collect them all.
Well,
I don't
you
care.
know, wait, let me
trying
say
to
this.
travel across the land.
Julian, you missed out on this one, but let me say this. But what we should probably do, we should probably have a movie night for that, and to redeem us from that shitty Ghostbusters movie.
That movie-
Oh yeah,
that
that
movie
shit
was
was
trash.
terrible.
Did you
That
get the
was
bucket?
trash.
Trash.
Yes, I got the
No.
bucket.
Oh, before we go,
Before
who got the bucket? Show the bucket. Who got it? Close by.
No, I don't want to
I'm
talk about. No, I got the
I'm
bucket.
not
I got the bucket put away, so I would have to go
It's
through
like-
too much to get it.
it's-
I just
it's
want to
like-
be. I just want to be put it out there that Jez rocked me to sleep and made me spend $50 on that bucket. I let her talk me into it. She
Hey,
made
hey,
it make sense.
No BS.
right.
Legit, I
She
think
asked me,
Fame
she
fell
was like,
asleep
"Yo,
during
you
that
need
movie.
the bucket,
He
bro."
did.
You
I
know,
was throwing popcorn at Fame mid movie.
You was, because you're an asshole. Listen. Before we get up out of here, I want to revert back to the Xbox showcase, right? Just to kind of wrap this thing up, right? The showcase was fire. I think one thing the panel, no matter what avenue we took, we all kind of agreed that this showcase was exactly what Xbox needed to do. They showed amazing games. They showed you why you should be subscribed to Xbox Game Pass. Yes, you can buy your games, or you can play them on Game Pass. You can play them on Game Pass and get the games cheaper because you're subscribed to Game Pass. I think Xbox did what they needed to do. I think Xbox is finally throwing their weight around. They bought ZeniMax, they bought Activision Blizzard, and they bought all these studios. But we've been waiting for the moment for them to say, "Hey, wait a minute, I'm gonna use the assets that I have, and the assets I have is money." And they're finally throwing their weight around. It may not be in the competition way people might expect it to be or want it to be, as far as, hey, we're going to be against PlayStation, but they're using them as a partner. But Xbox, when you think about the brand itself, I think it's probably at its most healthy moment it's been in a while, because at the end of the day, what they showed was a hell of a lot of games, a lot of good games. And I think anyone who said this showcase wasn't top tier is playing themselves.
And we shouldn't be listening to them anyway. But I do want to say this. If there's one thing I want Xbox to do, I know they're trying to push play everywhere strategy, and it's not a bad strategy. I do want them to get out of the abandon the console mindset, because the console, whether we want to agree with it or not, it's still the most affordable entry point. You know, I know everybody says, "Oh, get a PC." Da, 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 da. Yo, PC gaming is fucking expensive, man. You know what I'm saying? Even at the lowest level, you're going to have to upgrade eventually, and it's going to cost you. I would like them to stop doing that, if not anything else. Push the console. You know, if not anything else, it's an incredible console, especially them custom joints. Start selling them. Stop giving them away.
Yeah.
Yes.
Stop
Oh
making
my
them
God.
giveaways.
Thank you.
Oh,
Stop giving them away.
Xbox sell the
I-
consoles, dude.
Let
Stop
me buy
giving
it.
them away. Do you remember the Xbox 360 and the Xbox One? They used to sell them joints.
Yes. The
Very seldom did they
R2D2.
have a giveaway. Start selling them bitches, man. The console still matters. It's the one thing that Xbox does that irritates the ever-loving shit out of me. You know, and I say that with no hate. Y'all know that. Start selling them custom consoles and put more focus on it. It is still the most affordable entry point. You know,
That was
having
so
a hand-
good.
yeah,
No,
having
that was
having a handheld like a Rogue or Steam Deck, you're still talking about $600-700. You know what I mean?
No, you're right.
You know, so the console still matters. Xbox, cut the shit with that. Get on your console game, because I tell you one thing that Sony does. That console is all they talk about.
Yeah.
Or at least start selling the wraps again. They sold one wrap and was done.
I don't want no wraps. I want the Black Panther one. I want the SpongeBob one.
Oh damn, the raps did die.
I might
They hyped that up for like 2 days.
I might send Des that one, man.
Oh my
don't
God.
give her nothing.
No,
I'm
give
gonna
it to
think
me.
about that
Give
one.
it to me.
I might send her that
talking
one.
about it. I wanted to go to the Xbox thing, but I couldn't. But listen,
I
next
was
year when I
there.
go, I'm gonna
I was
message
in the
him.
building.
I'm gonna be like, "Yo, Phil, I know you don't know me, but I know you got something in the back. I know you got something in the back. I know you got something.
Oh, that jacket is on
That's
the
Matt
store,
Booty.
man. I looked
Oh,
Oh, the jacket's on
the jacket with the strap with the patches.
Yeah.
with the patches.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the patches come with it, but they have the spot for the patches. But it's the jacket.
What?
Yeah.
I don't want it if it don't
Oh,
have.
see,
It's on the Xbox store?
They playing people.
Yep.
Listen, we got to get up out of here.
How much
I want to
is
give a big I'm sorry. Go ahead, love. I don't want to get cursed out.
I was just asking how much it was. I'm sorry.
$119.99.
But no patches. All right, in the show.
Nope. Listen, big shout out to the chat, man. You guys were super active tonight, man. You guys were chatting it up. I'm going to say it again. If you laughed or you hated what we said, you owe us a damn like. So drop that like button. It helps us out a whole bunch. It's free 99. If you want to support the channel, consider becoming a channel member, as it is the easiest way to support us. You know, channel member, super chat. Be sure to go to LV1gaming.com. Lots of content dropping there throughout the week. Make sure you guys can follow my man Julie and my man Mike on the X or wherever they may be. Don't forget, if you missed it, go back to Dames for Game Showcase Wednesday. Show my girl Des some love for all the hard work she put on for Dames for Game, because she really puts it on, and she has another. When is the next one? I know when it is, but I'm gonna let you say it, Des.
Oh, we're doing another one in October. So we just dropped our submission form. So if you know any developers who want a spotlight, tell them to submit. They can go to our Instagram. They can go to our Twitter. Applications are open.
Awesome sauce. Listen, with all of that
That's just for real, y'all.
No,
Facts.
for real.
Facts. Listen, with all of that said, congratulations. You guys leveled up to 293. This was the Level 1 Gaming Podcast.